Last month, a U.S. guided missile destroyer, the USS Lassen, sailed within 12 nautical miles of Chinese islands and reefs in the South China Sea, despite China's strong condemnation of such acts.
So, do you think what the Obama administration and Pentagon is doing right now on South China Sea will serve U.S. national interests?
No, it'll do the opposite of the U.S. national interest. We'll end up squandering more money and generating tensions that don't exist, that hurt the United States. And if anything, will inflame the situation. I mean, the last thing we need is something that looks like the Middle East carry over to Asia. Why are we in there trying to throw inflammatory elements by ourselves painting China is some kind of a expanding, menacing power? And that signals, all right, well then it's a signal also to the other Asian countries. They also should look on China as some kind of hostile, antagonistic force. It just generates all of the wrong signals. And what did the United States get out of it? Nothing.
As the author of the 2010 book American Empire Before the Fall, Fein also found a dangerous psychology of the empire in what the United States is doing right now in the South China Sea.
The psychology of empire has this notion of preemptive action. Well, it's true. You're not doing anything now, but we don't want to wait around for it. And so it's like what we did even defending our invasion of Iraq. Well, even though Saddam didn't have weapons of mass, he wanted to get them. It's like, well, even if China doesn't want now to destroy or upset navigation, maybe at some future time. So let's not wait around. You can see how disastrous that kind of mentality is, because you can go anywhere at any time and say, well, yeah, nothing wrong or adverse is happening now, but, well, we don't want it to happen when we're sleeping, and therefore we'll take preemptive action now. That's exactly what's going on. At this stage, the United States is almost concocting an excuse to project itself militarily in that area, South China Sea, East China Sea, whatever, so that they can justify the so-called pivot to Asia and maybe make conflict where there otherwise wouldn't exist, which I say that's what empires do, even when it's self-destructive. And that's one of the things I am importuning against virtually my entire life.
According to Fein, it was definitely not the American people's wish that pushed the South China Sea situation to the current stage.
If you spoke to an ordinary voter, the South China Sea is irrelevant. Most of them couldn't even find where the South China Sea is and say, I've walked in front of the White House, you probably yourself. There's every kind of protest in the world you can see at Lafayette Park, and right in front. Right. Yeah, they protest anything, even birds with wrong color of ears or something. I have never seen any sign anywhere saying, U.S. needs to have more military projection in South China Sea or East China. Never. Not one. Thousands of times I've walked here. No one's saying we need to be in more places in the world. Zero. And so the impetus for the policy isn't the people clamoring for it. And I've been in Congress all the time. I've never spoken to a single member who said, oh yeah, I keep getting these emails from my constituents saying, yeah, we need to send our Navy into the South China Sea. Zero.